twice a talking once more on their Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Or evening or night, whatever time you're hearing it.
Or whatever time you upload this. Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about introverts and extroverts.
Yes, that's a topic that I would like to talk about because it's me and you, like, literally.
We're opposites, but we get along.
Yeah, opposites attract each other. Yeah.
Physics.
Yeah, physics applies to everything, almost.
So, what's it like to be an extrovert? I'll be the introvert, and Nadia's gonna be the extrovert.
I mean, in this place, I'm considered an extrovert because, like, if I go outside, I might be an introvert.
Yeah.
But, like, comparing you and me.
Yeah, like, if you meet us, I'm gonna be more the introvert, and Nadia's gonna be, like, she's gonna be an introvert as well, but more talkative person than me.
Yeah, that's true. I'm more of a talkative person. I tend to talk to people a lot, even if they don't want to listen to whatever I'm saying. So, yeah. So, in this case, I mean, if you ask me, because you did, how does it feel to be an extrovert or to be considered an extrovert, I would say it's good because people see something like, oh, she's gonna do something and it's gonna be great, but it's not great. You know it's not gonna be great, but you just do it because, yeah, why not? And that's why I started to be, like, extrovert at some point because, like, yeah, I don't care. Like, when I went to KCON at Mexico, I didn't care about anything. I was just, if I met someone like, hey, what's up? You like K-pop? I like it too. So in that case, it actually helped me because I met someone that took me to my hotel instead of me, spending money in an Uber or a taxi or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So it kind of helps me in my case that I talk to people and I don't tend to be that nervous to talk to people that I don't know. So yeah, that's how I feel about being extrovert, quote unquote.
Yeah, in my case, it's the polar opposite.
Yeah.
Because if I was in that situation, like Nadia, of being like, oh no, I don't know anybody here, but I'm just not gonna talk to anybody and mind my own business because I'm too scared to talk to someone. Or simply just being like, I don't want to talk to them because, ew, people.
Because you don't like people.
Ew, people.
Yeah, that's the point right there.
Well, yeah, being an introvert's, like, I don't know, I like it. But my parents don't like it about me. But I don't care.
Because you're the only one that's introvert
in
your family. Yeah.
I'm the only introvert. And especially at school, I'm too much of an introvert because I like to be not noticed.
Well, yeah, actually, in school, I'm actually, like, kind of considered an introvert because I'm not like, hey, let's go party and stuff. No. I just, like, sit there, and if someone talks to me, I will talk to them. Like, I have, like, a first semester class and the others are second semester. Well, in my first semester class, there's a girl that likes K-pop. So somehow I noticed on her notebook that she had K-pop, and I was like, oh, that one's nice. And I took the notebook. Like, I didn't even know her, and I don't know why, but it just gave me, like, the feeling that I could talk to her and just take her notebook.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the thing, because it's not like I'm screaming all over the place in my classroom, because no, that's not nice.
Yeah. When people try to talk to me, sometimes there's people at school that try to talk to me like, hey, what's up? But if you know me, I suck at making conversation. When somebody talks to me, it's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey. I try to be the most, I don't know how you say it in English.
Small talk?
Small talk. It's like, just leave me alone. I don't want to. But sometimes I do want to talk to them, but I just don't know what to say. Like, there was this time, this dude, I've known him for 3 semesters, but haven't talked to him. And one day, we were in this bench. He sat on the same bench as me. And he said, hey, you're in my class. And I'm like, yeah, I know you since first semester, but never talked to you. and he just started making a lot of conversation. I was like, yeah, I'm just here for one class and I leave. He's like, oh, cool. And started making more conversation. I'm like, just shut up. I don't want to talk to you.
Right now.
I do, but I don't know how to make conversation. And it gets all awkward because I don't know how to make conversations.
I understand. Yeah, I mean, in regards to being an extrovert, that's how I meet people on the internet, even on the internet. You know me.
Oh yeah, I'm too scared of making friends on the internet. It's gonna be like, is that person really that person who says it?
But yeah, I mean, I actually don't care about it. I mean, you're just as long as I don't get to know them in person, there's no risk in it. So, for example, I know I did something that I should have done, which is Tinder. And I mean, I met from the 5 to 6 people that I talked like in a normal way. Only one person, I just got to meet one person. And that guy was, yeah, it was okay. And I mean, you know me, I talk to Koreans through internet. I talk to people in the United States because I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
Damn.
So,
a pond.
A pond. Yes. I don't give a river. So I actually don't care about it as long as they don't tell me like, hey, let's go to the secret place and nobody's gonna know. I'm like, dude, no.
No. Yeah.
In that case, I mean, it's nice to meet people. I understand that you don't like people because I know how it feels. Yeah.
I know. Just especially in university or college, whatever, because you're used to I don't like in middle school. Yeah, middle school. You're used to being
with the same people all the time.
The same people, and feeling like, oh, there's like one certain type of person. Like, oh, that's the artist. That's the only artist in school.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
like the intelligent person. That's the guy who knows music. And then you get into the art school, and you're not the only person who knows about art. And sometimes there's better people. It's just stop. People.
But I mean, if you get along with those people that are better than you can learn from them.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you do this. How do you do it? And you just take advantage of it and learn how to do a lot of stuff. That's how you can see it.
Oh, another topic about like school. Being an extrovert and introvert.
Mm-hmm.
Being an example being when you do talks, a presentation.
Oh, presentation.
Oh, that's the worst feeling because I don't like talking, and especially in front of all the classroom. It's like I have to take all this power inside of me to go up and talk to people and without stuttering or being nervous.
Yeah, I mean, in my case, in my career, my major, however you call it, a lot of people are used to talking in front of people because that's like our main goal, to know how to express ourselves because, politics and stuff. So in this case, last week, it was like 2 weeks ago, more or less, the art teacher told us like, hey, you had to do a presentation. If you want to do it in English, do it. I'm going to give you extra points. I'm like, dude, yes, I'm going to do it in English, bro. So I did my presentation stuff, and I was like talking in English like nobody understood anything, because I know I looked on their eyes and they were scared because they understood nothing. And they were like, could you please tell it in Spanish? And like, okay. And I did all the presentation all over again, but in Spanish. Nice. So I mean, you couldn't have done that, I'm sure, because
in English, no, that's what I like about C, that you had to do your presentations in English, and that's, I feel more comfortable talking in English than in Spanish, because I learned that I liked the language English.
It's more simple than Spanish.
Yeah, and I don't know, and I can express myself a little bit more in English. That's why I told Nadia we should do a podcast in English. I don't want it to be in Spanish because I talk really weird in Spanish, and I wouldn't.
I mean, there are times where I try to express myself in Spanish, but the word, it's like, I know it exists, but actually the word in English sounds better than it does in Spanish. So it's like, I'm gonna use the word in English. I don't care if you don't understand. And I tend to express myself a lot in English. Like if something is dropped, I'm like, oh my God, or something like that.
Yeah.
I tend to do a lot of stuff in English. I don't really think. I think in Korean, Spanish, and English.
Korean,
Konglish. Con Spanish, con English, Spanish.
Yeah. And well, now let's see. Introvert, the case in introvert and extrovert in like not daily life. Like when you're out to some place. Like, for example, a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. We have a lot of stories about that because we tend to go out a lot to restaurants and stuff like that with our friends, which is, Ali or Greg or however you want to call it.
Ali? Eli? What? Not my friend. What?
No. That's another story, dude. No. And, Xavier, Brad, and us too, yeah. He's a traitor, but it's fine.
We love him.
When we go out, it's two people that don't get to talk a lot to the waitress or anyone that's taking our order or anything like that. It's Zizi, my dear friend here, Cece, and Xavier. So Greg and Brad tend to push them to talk to the waitress or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like by not talking at all. Like if we want to get like our food, we will be like completely in silence. And Greg sometimes looks at me and is like, no, don't say anything. They need to talk. And I'm like, okay.
That's like the worst thing because I don't like being like, excuse me, and maybe they don't hear me, and it gets really like sad. I get really sad because, and sometimes me and Xavier it's like, no, you do it. No, you do it.
Yeah, well, we went to this maid cafe. You remember?
Yeah.
Like I remember it was at the maid cafe that you and Xavier needed to talk to one of the waitress. But I mean, if it's a girl, I think you don't have a problem. But Xavier, as it is a maid cafe, he went all crazy. Like he's like, yeah. What if they don't listen to me, or what if they are like they make fun of me? Like, dude, they're not gonna make fun of you. Maybe like on backstage or something like that, but not here. In the kitchen, they're gonna be laughing at you, but not in front of you. Don't worry.
And the thing is, it's really funny because in English, I'm all confident. I'm like, yeah, excuse me, can I get this fried rice with whatever on top, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that'll be whatever money. And I'm like,
$1,000.
Sure,
yeah, just take
here your money. I'll take my order. And yeah, in Spanish it's not like, no, I don't want to do it. No.
But why not?
I don't know. I don't know.
In English, I'm nervous in English to talk to people. I mean, you remember when we went to New York? I didn't really talk in English because I was kind of like nervous and anxious. Like, what if I don't pronounce anything like in the correct way or anything like that? So I was like, what if they make that one? Like, if they make fun of me?
That's what I feel usually. It's, what if I say something wrong? What if they think I'm?
Well, I mean, I can correct you, but it's a nice way that I tell you, like, no, dude, that's not how you say it. It's not like you don't know Spanish, but yeah, people tend to make mistakes when they talk in another language. So that's why sometimes I'm like pretty nervous when they say like, hey, talk to Korean people, you already know how to speak Korean. I'm like, dude, it's not as easy as it looks. I know how to talk to myself in Korean, but to someone in front of me, no, that's the thing. Yeah. For example, you went to France and you didn't speak French at all.
No, that I was like, I can do it.
Dude.
Well, I was like, I tried to do something, but the only thing I do is like, they'd say, no, it's an example. I was at McDonald's, or, I wanted to buy some macaroons, and they're like, oh, bonjour, putting my French accent. I was like, oh, bonjour, bonjour, and they're like, I don't know. What do you want? But in French, I don't remember. I don't even remember how to.
I
don't remember how to speak French anymore because.
Yeah. We need to go back to some French classes. Would you like to go with me?
No, I don't want to speak.
If I go with you, would it be?
I want to speak German. I want to learn German.
I want to finish the French and finish the Korean. Well, anyways, that's not the topic.
Yeah, and the lady was all like, I tried to understand. I thought she's like, what would you like? And I was like, un macaron. Macaron.
Macaroni cheese.
Macaron. No, it was a macaron. Like the little
really?
Cookie. Yeah.
At McDonald's?
No, I said I was buying macarons.
Oh, okay.
I said first McDonald's and then an example, like a little macaron store. So yeah, I would just be like, how do you say where's the bathroom? Le toilette? Le toilette? I don't know. I just asked, yeah, where's the toilet? Where's the bathroom? I don't remember.
But you remember at that time because you just got out of... Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, where's the bathroom? That's the only thing I would say, right? I'm like, yeah. We're
right there.
And when, like, I bumped to something, they're like, pardon.
Pardon.
Monsieur,
madame.
Yeah, practically.
People are gonna hate us, our French
Pardon.
Pardon. Our French. Our Francais.
François.
Français. I mean, I tend to combine the Korean and French. Like, if I don't remember a word in French, I tend to do it Korean. I'm like, no, that's not the word.
Yeah, practically. But yeah, I was alright in French. Talking French. But I was nervous as well because I was like, oh my god.
Because you're introvert.
And because it was French people and it was like double the...
Yeah. It's like...
no.
On the level it was like expert.
Yeah. I know.
No subtitles,
like,
nothing.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't happened to me. But, I mean, as I know English, I can go to the United States and talk in English, and that's it. But, for example, you remember when we were walking along on the sidewalk on New York, there was this, like, Korean family. I remember perfectly. They were, like, taking pictures, and the mom took the picture of the dad and the daughter, and she was like, oh, 망했어. And I was like, she said that someone ruined it. And I was like, oh my god, I understood. But I was like, at the same time, like, no, I wouldn't talk to them. No, I understand, I wouldn't talk to them. So in that case, I'm an introvert. But if I get my confidence together, I can talk to someone.
Yeah. Like, one example was when I went to Disney World with Caro.
Yeah.
In Epcot's like it's in Disney World. There's 4 parks. Yeah, the one with the golf.
Yeah, golf ball. The one that is the exo ball. It has like exo balls, right?
Yeah. So, there's like this part. The Epcot park there's 2 sections. The World Fair, that's like, a lot of what's it called? A lot of countries in little parts. And there's usually people of those countries talking, right? I mean, working there. Like, in Canada, there's Canadian people. In France, yeah. I mean, but there's usually those people. And then in French, there's people who are from France or who talk French. So you could talk to them. And when there was one of Japan, so...
Karen knows how to speak Japanese.
We went to... I told her, in the Japan part, there's a place where we can try kimonos on. So we went to try some kimonos on, and there was this lady, and Caro's mom was all like, you should talk to her in Japanese.
And she was Chinese.
No, she was Japanese. Because everybody... I mean, if you're working at, like, one of the places, it usually says in your name tag, it's like, my name is whatever your name is, and I come from... Or it says, like...
Can I work there?
Yeah.
And
because there's a Mexican pavilion, the Mexican pavilion, that usually says, like, your name, like, I don't know, Nadia, and it says Monterrey, Mexico, or Nuevo León, Mexico, whatever.
New Lion.
And so that and it says, like, you have a lot of pins, like a flag, a Mexican flag,
But those have like a cost?
the U.S. flag. No, they usually give it to, if you're working there. Those usually mean like you speak that language.
Oh, okay.
And like if you speak German, they put a little German flag on you, so people like know that you speak that. So, Caro's mom was like, "Oh, do you speak Japanese?" She's like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Caro, talk Japanese to her."
Talk right now.
She's like, talk to her, and Caro was like, "No, mom, but I don't know." Caro's kind of an introvert as well.
Yeah.
So
all your friends are introverts.
Yeah, practically.
Yeah, all your friends.
Except Cynthia.
Yeah, Cynthia's cool. That's why I get along so well with her. Like, we're so loud.
So Caro and the lady started talking in Japanese, and like me and her family were like, "Where are the subtitles? We need subtitles. We don't know anything."
And what did they say? Or what are we talking about?
Oh, they were like, because her mom told her if we were gonna ask her, can we use kimonos like to take a picture? And Caro's mom was like, "No, tell her in Japanese." And Caro's like, "Yeah, can we use a kimono in Japanese?"
In Japanese.
And then they started to do a conversation, and I understood like, how many years have you been learning Japanese? Like, cool. I kind of understand it. But yeah, that was practically it.
But in what level is she right now?
I don't know.
She's one of the last ones, right?
I don't remember, but she got out of it because she needed to focus on school. Yeah. The time I went with my parents, I remember we were going to all the pavilions, to all the places, and then my dad's like, "Where's Mexico? I want to go eat Mexican food, and I want to talk to someone in Spanish." And when we got there, we went to this, "I want to eat some tacos."
Tacos are right now.
Yeah. And when we got to the pavilion,
but the real ones, not the crusty.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
We went to the pavilion, and he's like, he just started, "Oh yeah." He started talking to the people in Spanish. I'm like, "Oh my god." Dad.
And the people were like, "I don't understand."
Yeah, there was a lot of Mexicans there. So, yeah. I even took a picture with Donald Duck with a little poncho and a little Mexican hat.
Oh my
Mexican
god, so
hat,
cute.
little sombrero.
Sombrero.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, life as an introvert,
An extrovert.
Oh my god.
The best of both worlds.
We got the
Best of both worlds. Oh yeah, and I'm an extrovert when I'm with Nadia.
Yeah.
Usually. Sometimes, yeah.
Most of the time, actually,
Yeah.
we get to be so loud when we're together. Because when you're like by yourself and your introvert friends, you're like just as normal as you can be.
Yeah.
And then you come with me and you're like screaming all the way.
Yeah. So we're gonna end this episode right now, guys. Thanks for listening to this little talk about being an extrovert and introvert.
Yes. We hope you liked it, and I mean, as you know, you should like it, share it, comment, and subscribe. Yes, you have to subscribe,
guys. Also, we already have a Twitter where we're gonna be posting some updates and stuff.
Yay!
When we post a video, in case we don't get to post a video, or in case we're working on something, because we're also planning on doing mini animatics or mini animations of some funny parts or something of any podcast.
I'm gonna try to convince Cece that if we can do a vlog when we go to something interesting or anything like that. I'm gonna convince you somehow, some way.
I'm gonna use a paper bag.
But while driving, paper bag, sure.
Yup.
All right. Okay, guys. We hope you like it a lot. Have a great weekend and enjoy yourselves, I guess.
And well, goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.